The AL East is once again the best division in baseball, and it's not even close. Hello and welcome to Louisville Slugger Yankees, where we talk Yankees baseball from Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, so as we begin play on May 11th, the AL East has 5 of baseball's 9 teams that have winning percentages above .550. The Yankees sit at 21-17, which would be good for second and third in just about every division and would be leading the AL Central. But the Yankees are in last place in the AL East thanks to the hot start by the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Baltimore Orioles have looked very good. Boston Red Sox have surprised some people. They look like a good team this year. And then the Toronto Blue Jays, who have plenty of talent, have been able to win some games as well. So if you look at how the other divisions stack up in baseball, none of them can closely compare to the AL East. Now, going into the year, the NL East was probably the favorite for the best division in baseball, with the Mets, as talented as they are, with the amount of money that they want to spend. The Phillies obviously were coming back from a World Series appearance and added Trey Turner. And then obviously the Braves are probably the best well-built team in baseball. Their roster is stout, and they've got a great farm system as well. And so it's been a little bit of back and forth, and the Marlins have been a really great surprise this year. They've won every single one-run ball game they've been in this year. I think they're like 13-0 in one-run games. So they've been fun to watch as well, and obviously the Nationals are in a rebuild mode right now. So going into the year, was kind of looking at the NL East, AL East, and comparing a lot of those teams to see where they lined up. The NL West is another division that gets a lot of attention, obviously very top-heavy with the Dodgers and Padres, and then the Diamondbacks have been a very fun team to watch this year. I think they will get better and better over these next few years. They've got a great young core. Then the Giants are kind of in influx, and they didn't bring in some of the free agents they wanted this year, so they've been a little bit of a question mark and in some ways a disappointment. And then the Rockies, of course, are in sort of a total rebuild. And if you flip over to the AL West, obviously the Astros are the team to beat in the AL, and I think they're hovering around 500 right now. But they're going to be there at the end of the year, and they are still the team to beat in the American League, in my opinion. But then the Texas Rangers, obviously the amount of money that they've spent, they're a very good team this year, and that's why they sit in first place. And I think they're going to be here to stay this year with the pitching additions they have and the guys they have on their roster. And obviously with the Los Angeles Angels, Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, they're hanging in there. And I think that's been a big thing for them this year. How long will they stick in the AL West race? It will be interesting to see. And then the NL Central and the AL Central have in some ways been disappointing this year, and surprising that the Pittsburgh Pirates are on top right now. The Pirates are a team that have a 21-17 record, just like the Yankees. So the Yankees would be leading potentially the NL Central and the AL Central, as the AL Central kind of been a little bit of a rocky start for all 5 of those teams, and I think it's safe to say that that's probably the weakest division in baseball, the AL Central. So obviously playing in a very good division is in some ways frustrating. The Yankees are going to have to play those 4 teams right now that all are above them in the standings 13 times. They've gotten some of these series out of the way. They're about to play the Tampa Bay Rays in a 4-game set at Yankee Stadium. And then next week we'll see the Toronto Blue Jays for 4 games up in Canada. But it's not necessarily a big bragging right if you're not ahead in your division. The Yankees have a big hole to climb up from, but it's important to remember where the Yankees stand across baseball right now. I know this year has seemed like an absolute disaster, and with all the injuries that have come on, it seems like the Yankees are having a historically poor year, but the fact is that they're actually one of the better teams in baseball right now. You'd still have to line them up where everything stands now in hopes that Giancarlo Stanton and Luis Severino and Josh Donaldson are back in the next few weeks. The Yankees are a team that should be in the top 10 or 12 no matter where you line them up. And also remember, with those extra wild card spots this year, the Yankees don't have to finish in second place in the AL East to make the postseason. With all this being said, you're not going to see me pounding my chest saying the Yankees play in the strongest division in baseball. That is absolutely ridiculous. You'd rather play in a softer division and have a cakewalk to the AL East, AL Central, AL West title So it'll be interesting to see how these next few months develop. But we do have very solid proof at this point that the AL East is the best division in baseball. I think it's held that crown in some ways in the past decade for the most part. It'll be very interesting to see how these teams compete over the next few months. As always, let me know what you think. Is the AL East indeed the best division in baseball? Let me know. Give me a like, subscribe, comment. As always, thank you for watching.